The Indiana Fever's preseason matchup got off to a rocky start, and one player in particular found herself right in the middle of the chaos: Sophie Cunningham. A standout in the WNBA, and now a member of the Fever, Sophie looked like she was having a rough night from the opening tip. Whether it was hard fouls or intense physicality, it felt like the other team was targeting her. Now, let's be clear, Sophie Cunningham is not the one to mess with. She's tough, fiery, and doesn't back down. But during this game, Washington crossed the line more than once, with multiple flagrant fouls being called in Cunningham's direction. It's preseason, and yet the intensity felt personal. As for the Fever, the team as a whole was struggling early. Chemistry was clearly still a work in progress. Missed shots, miscommunications, and a flurry of turnovers kept them behind for most of the first half. It's understandable, though. That's what preseason is for, working out the kinks. At one point, Indiana was down nearly 20, but in true Fever fashion, they clawed back and brought it within 3. And then there's Caitlin Clark, even sidelined. She was doing everything to keep the energy alive. She had the crowd on their feet, rallying fans, and being the vocal leader her team needed. But back to Sophie, things got heated. In one wild moment, rookie Kiki simply threw Sophie to the floor. It wasn't just a hard foul, it was excessive. Sophie popped right back up and got in her face. She wasn't having it. "Don't do that," she told her, making it crystal clear. That kind of play won't be tolerated. And it didn't stop there. Sophie kept getting knocked around. Another incident, another hard hit, and another trip to the floor. She bounced back every time, though, eventually putting up 12 points and hitting some clutch threes. But the storyline wasn't just about stats, it was about respect. Some fans are starting to say what others are thinking. Is there an agenda against certain players on the Fever? Last season, it was Caitlin Clark catching the heat. Now it's Cunningham. Is there a pattern? Because they're not doing this to players like Natasha Howard, Kelsey Mitchell, or Aliyah Boston. It feels like there's something deeper going on, and if it continues, the league better step in. These aren't just tough fouls, this is targeted aggression. Even with Caitlin Clark resting due to a reported tight left leg, the crowd was electric, and tomorrow's game at Iowa's Carver Arena is already sold out. The hype is real, but so are the concerns. Bottom line, this game was more than just preseason jitters. It was a glimpse into a potentially controversial season ahead. And if these incidents keep happening, best believe we'll be calling it out every single time. Until then, stay locked in, because there's a lot more coming from the Indiana Fever.